Okay, so hey guys, I know it's been a very long time since I last uploaded, about 3 months I'd say. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about all that first before I delve into the topic of today's video, which is in the title. So if you don't want to hear all this, I will put a timestamp in the description down below to where you can skip all this. So just as a warning. So yeah, if you don't want to hear all this, again, hit that link or hit that timestamp in the description down below. So, last warning. Okay, there we go. So, basically, where I've been over the past 3 months, I've still been alive, obviously. But basically, the NHL Board of Governors released a statement saying that they all unanimously agreed to put jersey ads on jerseys beginning next season, not this season, but the next season. And then Clay Schlegel, I believe that's how you pronounce it. He is a fellow Hawks YouTuber who he just decided to basically just drop everything and say he's done because he doesn't want to support a league that supports putting ads on jerseys. And so for a little while there, I was actually contemplating on whether or not I wanted to quit as well because I don't know, I just haven't been really my Hawks fandom has really been getting tested this year. A lot of things happening and stuff, and that's actually what I'm going to delve into in today's video. But basically, I just didn't want to. I didn't feel comfortable making videos anymore, like hockey videos, mainly because one of my fellow YouTubers decided to just drop everything and just say, "Hey, I'm done." And so I had contemplated on whether or not I wanted to quit and be done as well. So, but yeah, but I guess the Hawks really don't want me to, go away and quit, and so I guess that's why I'm back doing another video. So, so basically, my question right now is, what is going on with the Chicago Blackhawks? And I mean that in every way possible. I mean, like, so first of all, the on-ice performance. That's probably the most obvious thing that we can talk about right now. When I say what's wrong with the Chicago Blackhawks, most people are going to think, well, I mean, if they don't know anything else, they're going to think, okay, he's going to be talking about what the hell's happening on ice. We've just broken the NHL record for the longest time without a lead to start the NHL season, like an actual league-wide record. 360 minutes and 57 seconds. We have not had a lead the entire season so far. It's absolutely crazy. God, my hair makes me look so bad right now. I really need to get a haircut, but I kind of missed my long hair, so I'm just like, you know what? I'll just grow it out again. Just be like high school days. So, but yeah. So basically, so that happened, and now it's just like this team is not doing what it needs to do to succeed, and Colleton's system is not working, and blah 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 blah. So there's that end, and then just earlier today, we got, the sexual assault investigation has finally been made public today, and in it, I skimmed through a lot of it. And already, I felt sick to my stomach. Speaking of sick, I actually was sick about a week and a half ago. I'm better now, as you can tell, but I still have a lingering cough because of, itchy throat. So if I do cough a few times, I do apologize. I don't mean to. But, yeah, basically, like, all this stuff gets, thrown out online, and all the names start popping up. Kevin Cheveldayoff. There was, who's currently the Jets general manager. Bowman, Stan Bowman, who has just resigned as Blackhawks general manager. He had a fat promotion over the offseason, and now he's gone. So, honestly, if this case didn't go through, Bowman would still be in the organization because the Wirtz family thinks that Bowman's their man, and it's just like he got a promotion. He didn't get a promotion for nothing. he was gonna stick around. Like there's no way he would get a promotion, and then because of the team right now, he would be fired. He got a promotion for a reason. I'm gonna check that real quick. It's nothing significant. It's just a thing on Discord, which I can just check on my computer. So yeah. So that whole thing happens. So yeah, like I said, Kevin Cheveldayoff, Joe Quenneville, he was basically, to make a long story short, they had a meeting, and Quenneville said, "Oh, I don't want to bring it up right now because the team. I don't want to upset the team chemistry, and we're doing really good right now. We could be on our way to winning the cup, so I don't want to deal with this now. I want to deal with this later." So that whole thing happened. He's currently head coach of the Florida Panthers, who are now on a 6-0-0 start, which is honestly the best start in their entire franchise. I don't even have to look that up. I know for a fact that's Florida's best start in their entire franchise. And now Quenneville has been named, and so something about him is going to happen, probably. We'll see. He's rumored to be meeting with Gary Bettman soon. So that whole thing happens. You have basically you go back to the comment about Jonathan Taves saying that, oh, we never heard anything, the players never heard anything about it, and we didn't know about this occurring or stuff like that. The investigation has come out and said that's bogus because Nick Boynton and Brent Sopel has said that everybody in the locker room knew about this. Heck, a few years later, John Doe, who, decides wisely to not be named. And honestly, let me go on a tangent real quick. The investigation could have done a lot better at trying to conceal John Doe's identity. Because if you do a little bit of research, you can tell that, oh, he was, this old when when it happened, in 2010, and he was an Ice Hogs player, and he last played for this team. And then if you look that up, you can kind of connect the dots. I didn't want to find out. I was curious, but I didn't want to find out. I didn't want to do the research about it because if John Doe wants to keep his name as a secret, that's his right. And who am I to be like, oh no, I want to find out who you are, so I'm going to do a little bit of I wasn't going to be like that. So I personally did not want to do the research. I didn't want to find out who he was. I would like to know who he is, but I'm not going to put in the effort to find out, because if he wants to stay anonymous, again, that is his right, and I am staying true to his, I'm staying true to his wishes. So, so basically, what was I going on about? Right, so this was a big, giant, open secret within the Blackhawks organization, and so finally, we've done all this to basically do damage control at this point. CEO Danny Wirtz has said that starting as of right now, any front office executive who was involved in the 2010 scandal will not be working with the Blackhawks moving forward, which, honestly, Danny Wirtz needs a little bit more, recognition for this, because he's the one that hired the people, and he's the one that actually, took steps into actually figuring all this crap out. So big hand to Danny Wirtz there. And honestly, a big hand to the investigators. They actually, were the ones that interviewed everybody. There were 139 witnesses that were interviewed, and many of them were interviewed more than once. Right. Before that, I was talking about the whole Jonathan Taves thing, saying how they didn't know it. Everybody in the locker room knew it. Nick Boynton and Brent Sopel, again, they said that everybody knew it. I don't have any notes. I know I'm looking here a lot, but I don't have any notes, so I'm just trying to go through what I remember from reading about everything. So, yeah, so everything is just kind of... I mean, there was a time, a few years later, where John Doe was, I guess, sitting beside the rink or something like that, and some of the players kind of made comments towards him, basically saying, hey, are you going to miss your boyfriend Brad or something like that? So they openly mocked him, and so, yeah, obviously the players knew about this. They wouldn't have said that regardless. And so now we're in a crazy situation where I will say though, Mark Bergevin said that he didn't know anything, and his name didn't pop up in the investigation. So I guess Bergevin was telling the truth that he didn't know anything. So Bergevin's job should be safe. However, Cheveldayoff and Joe Quenneville, I don't believe their fate is going to be, better. I think their fate's going to be a little bit worse. Again, Quenneville's meeting with Bettman. I don't know what Cheveldayoff is going to do or what's going to happen to Cheveldayoff. I can honestly believe I would believe that Quenneville and Cheveldayoff are out of a position in about a month's time. I'll be generous. I'll give it a month's time. It might be as early as a week. We don't know, or it might be immediately. We never know. So yeah, I mean, the whole thing about saying that oh, this is gonna ruin our team chemistry. We're in a good place right now. That was a really good team. Honestly, we could have just won it the next year. I mean, we still had Kane, we still had Taves. I mean, we still could have built upon something, even if it didn't work out that year. You gotta do what's right at the right time, and just sweeping this under the rug isn't going to help matters. They should have come out with it right away and said that, and the whole thing about Aldrich going to an intern, a Blackhawks intern after the cup run, and trying to make an advance towards him, that's also really freaking crazy. And then Joe Quenneville sending a letter of what is it? A letter of recognition or something like that, or a letter of recommendation to Brad Aldrich's next employer. That's really damning because he went to like some Michigan high school team or something. I don't know if it was Michigan, but it was some high school team, and he diddled a player on there, and then he finally got caught. That would have never happened if we had just stepped up and said, hey, one of our coaching staff is a little, he's kind of creepy, and so we're gonna, press charges, and we're gonna do whatever. At least boot him off the team. And that would have been the better thing to do. So, honestly, this is just... It's hard for me to be a Hawks fan right now. On ice and off the ice. It's just... I have 8 Hawks jerseys back there. I'm ashamed to even own any of them right now. I feel so ashamed to have so many Blackhawks shirts. And this is just something that... It'll live with the Blackhawks forever. Honestly, there's no stepping away. There's no running away from this. It's gonna be stuck with us just forever, and it'll permanently be a. I don't know why I can't talk this morning or this afternoon, but yeah, this will permanently be with us, and this team already has enough controversy, with Bobby Hull being a flaming racist. To the whole, cultural appropriation with the Washington football team, losing their identity because it's, derogatory, and also the Cleveland Indians changing their name to the Cleveland Guardians. And so everybody started looking at the Blackhawks and saying, hey, they need to change their name too. And then we're, kind of putting our foot down and saying, no, we're not doing that because our representation is not derogatory, and it's actually very influential to Illinois history because Chief Black Hawk, that's what his name. That's what the team is named after. So there's that whole thing, and then right now the on ice performance is just sucking, and then now we have this sexual assault case investigation thing. So it's just all around. It's just really tough for me to admit that I'm a Blackhawks fan right now. So, yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say. Thank you guys for sticking through to the very end with this. I know I'm just rambling at this point. So, yeah. But, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And, yeah, so without any further comments, I'll see you guys later.